to appeal to the Igbo nation that the MiddleBelt people are not your enemies anymore. It's our appeal. And in this regard, we also want the Indigo worldwide to also take the MiddleBelters as their friends and permanent brothers and sisters forever.
It's a privilege to be amidst you today, and I count it a great one. My name is Barrister Seth Manset. I am a proud indigen of the MiddleBelt. It's a region that Nigeria must adopt, understand, and operate as safe. We are happy to be here. I'm here to give a vote of thanks, and I want to be very brief. And in our vote of thanks, we must appreciate your hospitality. We've been here since Friday, and Chief have not relent, and ensuring that we are okay, that we are good. Unfortunately, he did not give us the map of Imo State, but we also want to apologize for one thing. My leader didn't even speak. We are sorry for discovering the agenda this late. We are sorry on behalf of our leader for understanding that we have been deceived over time. We are sorry that as youths and members of the family, we are just coming up today boldly, strongly, to tell you this is the end of it. We are sorry that the moles in the system of MiddleBelt have at least done us a favor of living in MiddleBelt.
Unification that attracted people from Ondo, Benue, and the Igbo-speaking communities, and the entire South, Bayelsa, Kogi, them, all of them were in Asaba for Igbo unification. What does that portend for Biafra?
It is a new dawn day.
No, you are from Niger Delta anyway.
Yeah. It is a new dawn day. I'm not from Niger Delta. I reject the name. Why? Because somebody who beat you and deprive you from your right cannot rename you after your father. What do we want to describe such a person? Enemy. So you don't allow your enemy to name you. I'm from the old eastern region. So I don't know what you mean by South-South. Nothing like South-South. South-South was just the device and rule by the British colony to take to use it as an avenue to exploit our God-given resources to enrich themselves. So I reject such a name. So what I'm looking at here is this, as I earlier said, that it is another new dawn day. People are beginning to wake up to attain their position, their originality of where they come from. You understand me? So the day of the seed is gone. It's gone. So people's brain are beginning to wake up. People are beginning to realize where is the actual where they come from. So today now, we cannot be deceived any longer. You understand me? So that is why when they said referendum for Nigeria, the Nigerian government became threatened. Because they know what is going to happen. Yes. They know what they knew what is going to happen. So people people are tired of becoming a beggar on a daily basis, on top of your wealth.
Oh.
That God has blessed you so much, even not just only blessing, with crown on your head. Yes. The people that you are begging, that are claiming that they are your leaders, they are not your leaders. God created them as a servant for them to open your gate and sweep your environment for you. But at this juncture, I don't know what was the offense of our forefathers that God decided to take that crown and they subject us to this allow them to torture the children of God in this way. So this time around now, we are thankful to God that God has heard our cry by giving us a leader like Masin Amdekalo and a prophet, a Moses of this our generation, to come and liberate the children of the Okikabama from the hands of the enemy. So come rain, come sun. If Nigerian government liked, may they borrow money in the entire global war, trying to settle, they'll collect their money chop. But at the end, Biafra will still come.
Okay, let us look at what is actually going on. The Niger Delta leaders themselves seems to start dismantling or begin to realize that the Igbo people are not their enemy in the recent. How would you react to that?
There's no right thinking human being. No right thinking human being will look an Igbo man as his own enemy, including the Yorubas. Oh. Did you hear me? Since the history of your father, where have you heard that Igbo man invaded a community, kill, rape, and take things that do not belong to them? In your life, have you ever heard?
No.
What is the offense of an Igbo man? The offense of an Igbo man is that God has the way manner God has created them with the strength for them to hustle, make money, and live a better life. That's the only offense they committed. Why some people believe to take a place of a parasite in their life, living a parasite life until they suck you before they can survive. Why an Igbo man believed to be an independent, work and eat from his sweat.
You are from Niger Delta. You are from, of course, old Eastern Nigeria. And I'm from an Efik man. Let me say by tribe, Akwa Ibom man.
Yes.
Let me just put it that way. Have you come in contact with an Igbo person before that made you say these things about the Igbo nation, Igbo people? Have you come into contact with an Igbo person? How would you describe that relationship? How would you describe your relationship with an Igbo man? With an Igbo man? Your experience with an Igbo man?
With an Igbo man, Abi?
Yes.
Okay, if you are a business person, I'm a business person, and we are bound to meet in field. So when we meet in field, whatever blow that come in between of us, all of us have to swallow it because all of us are business people. That is how business be. That is how business goes. You cannot expect to see a business person being 100%. We are human being. You understand me? So it's just like what is happening in Nigerian state here now. Igbo man are the only group that are supplying them spare parts to Nigerian state. And all of us buy. With happiness, some buy with the grudges, send a fake spare part. You welcome to buy with this grudges. Can you take the step where Igbo man take to go extra mile to acquire this thing and put them in the shop? You can't do it because you're a lazy person. This property that Igbo man keep in his shop and sell, he's not the manufacturer. Now you manufacture them. Answer yes, no. He bought in the international market and they brought it to the shop for public consumption. So when you come and buy, then he said, this one is like this, the other one is like that is how business is everywhere, anywhere you go.
Okay. Let us look at why do you think that the Yorubas are against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Of course, Tinubu is a Yoruba man.
Why the Yorubas are against the release of
yes,
Mazi Nnamdi
Tinubu is a Yoruba man. Why are they pretending? You know, even though court have said, like you said, up to this moment now, Tinubu is not saying anything. The Southeast governors, even though Niger Delta leaders have called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including Jonathan.
You overhead me down with that number. That in this life, some sections of Nigeria, they don't believe in using their two hands to work what they will eat. Some sections of this country are parasites. They want to take from you easily. Easy money. But not like we that uses our strength, our two hands to work. And the Yorubas are benefiting from it. So if you check, the Igbos are the people that are building Nigeria, making life easy to everybody. Unless anybody that want to try away from the truth.
But why is it that they have not considered it from that angle to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Oga, it seems you don't understand.
Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more powerful than...
You don't understand. Tinubu that you said, that you mentioned here, make a statement. What was the statement? Tinubu on this political statement to Nigeria said that everybody is calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then the boss laughed, he smiled. That they should know that the releasing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is more costlier than going to Kenya to adopt him. So I want you to analyze that area of costly. Okay, let me tell you something if you don't know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as it stands today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this struggle has put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the global space. Not, and I do not end there. This struggle as it stands today has made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu one of the most powerful leaders on this planet Earth, in which Tinubu himself knew. And the entire global world know that the day Tinubu releases Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it then signifies that Biafra have been released from cage. I want to shock you today. That is what Nigeria is afraid of. That is what Nigeria is afraid of.
Okay.
The North, the West, they are afraid. Because as it is, here one the Yoruba man were making them statement that that in Yoruba nation as it stands today, that if Nigeria paraventure happen to disintegrate today, that the Yoruba cannot stand. Why? Because they don't build on them woman development much rather than this agro work. So that is why most of them still need this one Nigeria for some time for them to be able to achieve their strong stand.
Then what kind of message, hope you want to give to the people from where you come from regarding continuous support for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The Delta leaders, the old Eastern Coalition forces has called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they have sent a strong signal to the international community and to Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of 2027. Would Tinubu want to thread Nnamdi Kanu's release with votes from that region? How would you react to that? Is there any kind of, is that the one reason why he's detaining him, waiting to use him, his release, to negotiate the vote from the eastern region?
Nobody can use nobody can use Biafra for political negotiation. That's what you should know. That's number one. And second, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release probably not come from Nigerian states. It might probably not come from Nigerian states. It is we, the Biafran, that we put the fire. If you can recall the radio broadcast of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he came out to introduce himself to the entire global world, he said, "I am Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, that I command the 17 army commanders of Biafra, made up the Igbos and the Niger Delta, that he is their leader." Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand what that means? So what that means is this. As it stands today, a lot of our commanders are still outside there. Okay, we have given Nigerian state a very wrong road for them to reason this matter as human beings. But we have come to discover that they are nothing but animals. So time shall come. Time shall come where we will live with no choice, brother, to deploy